6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister launched the World Bank's Country Partnership Framework for Pakistan in Islamabad today. Shehbaz Sharif says Udan Pakistan program will be made successful with the stakeholders' cooperation. The Information Minister says facilities provided to the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf founder are not available to any other inmate in the country's prisons. Pakistan has expressed readiness for engaging with the new American administration to advance long-standing relations. Security forces have killed 6 Khawarij in Job, thwarting infiltration attempt along the Pak-Afghan border. The All Parties Unit Conference has called on the Kashmiri people to mark India's Republic Day as a Black Day. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif launched the World Bank's Country Partnership Framework for Pakistan in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, he said the Country Partnership Framework, which spans over 10 years with an amount of $20 billion, is a vision to transforming Pakistan's economy. The Prime Minister thanked the World Bank team, particularly its President Ajay Banga, Vice President for South Asia Martin Razor, on behalf of the Government of Pakistan for coming out with the innovative program. He said the presence of the Vice President of the World Bank at the ceremony is a message to the people of Pakistan that the World Bank has faith in Pakistan's system. The Prime Minister also lauded the efforts of the Vice President World Bank, Martin Razor, who is a German national in his native German language. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif says constructive criticism on government policies by the media is pivotal for better governance. Talking to a delegation of Pakistan Broadcasters Association, which called on him in Islamabad today, he said the relationship between the government and the media is based on mutual trust. Talking about the economic situation in the country, the Prime Minister said after attaining stability in the country's economy, the government resumed the journey of economic development and growth from where it was halted in 2018. He said Udan Pakistan is an indigenously prepared development program which will be made successful with the cooperation of the media and all other relevant stakeholders. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has condoled with the President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, on the tragic fire incident in northwestern Turkey. In a telephonic conversation with the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan today, the Prime Minister conveyed his deepest condolences over the loss of precious lives in the tragic fire incident at the Grand Kartal Hotel in northwestern Turkey. In his remarks, President Erdogan thanked the Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif for his kind gesture, which was a manifestation of the strong fraternal bonds between the two countries. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Ataullah Tarar, says no prisoner in Pakistan is enjoying the facilities being provided to the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf founder. Responding to a question during question hour in the National Assembly today, he said Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf time and again moved courts to get more facilities for its founder. The Information Minister said while, on the contrary, Khwaja Muhammad Asif was denied a blanket and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was refused a fan during scorching heat and a heater during winter season on the directions of the PTI founder when he was in power. The coordinator to the Prime Minister on climate change, Romina Khurshid Alam, has lauded the implementation of international labour and environmental standards on small and medium enterprises in Pakistan. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the International Labour and Environmental Standards Project in Islamabad today, she reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to environmental sustainability, global competitiveness and inclusive economic growth. The coordinator said the International Labour and Environmental Standards Project improved occupational safety and health, particularly in small factories. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The Foreign Office says Pakistan remains ready to engage with the new American administration to take the long-standing relations forward. At the weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Shafqat Ali Khan said Pakistan is committed to a strong and robust relationship with the United States based on the principle of non-interference in internal affairs. Welcoming President Donald Trump's oath-taking, the spokesperson emphasized that U.S.-Pakistan relationship is very important, covering multiple areas. He said Pakistan looks forward to continuing the positive trajectory of these relations. Voicing serious concern over the sanctuaries enjoyed by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan in Afghanistan, the spokesperson said Pakistan continues to impress upon the Afghan authorities to address these concerns so that the bilateral relations could achieve its full potential. Regarding the Kashmir dispute, Shafqat Ali Khan said Pakistan's position on the long-standing dispute is very clear. He said the world is aware of the oppression campaign unleashed in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He said Pakistan will support any effort directed towards the resolution of the dispute. To another question, the Foreign Office spokesperson said Pakistan remains committed to the full implementation of the Indus Water Basin Treaty, including its dispute settlement mechanism. He expressed the hope that India will also implement the treaty in good faith and in its entirety. A two-day eighth session of the Joint Commission between Pakistan and Azerbaijan began in Islamabad today. The inaugural session was attended by representatives from both the sides with a commitment to advance collaboration across wide areas of mutual interest. Both the sides discussed mutual areas of cooperation with significant progress made in finalizing bilateral protocols. Additional Secretary Ministry of Economic Affairs Sabina Qureshi emphasized the importance of the Joint Commission in fostering stronger ties between the two countries. In Balochistan, 6 Khawarij were killed as the security forces successfully thwarted an infiltration attempt by Khawarij along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border in Sambaza area of the Job district. According to ISPR, security troops effectively engaged and thwarted their attempt, resultantly killing 6 Khawarij. A large quantity of weapons, ammunition and explosive was also recovered. Pakistan has consistently been asking the interim Afghan government to ensure effective border management on their side of the border. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has called on the Kashmiri people to mark India's Republic Day as a Black Day in protest against India's illegal occupation and the ongoing repression. In the statements in Srinagar, Hurriyat leaders and organizations emphasize that India has no moral or legal grounds to celebrate its Republic Day, and the United Nations recognized disputed territory under its brutal military occupation. The Hurriyat leaders urged the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres to urgently address the deteriorating situation in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and pressure India to resolve the Kashmir dispute. Every year, Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and around the world observe India's Republic Day on January 26 as Black Day. The aim is to send a strong reminder to New Delhi and the global community that India's role in Kashmir is that of an occupier. 2 more Palestinians have been martyred in the continued Israeli attacks at Jenin refugee camp in occupied West Bank. Meanwhile, 162 bodies have been recovered in Gaza enclave since the implementation of the ceasefire. According to Gaza's civil defense crews and residents continue their search for the bodies of Palestinians still buried under the rubble. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions are likely in the hilly areas during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.